Hello students, today we are going to know or discuss about chapter 9 geography, life in the natural regions, the tropical and subtropical regions. In the previous chapter, the natural vegetation and wildlife, you have studied about the natural vegetation which is found all over the world. So the natural regions, what is the meaning of the natural regions? We all know that the different regions have different kind of climate, and the natural vegetation is actually dependent on the climate and rainfall of a place. The variation in climate and rainfall, if there is variation in rainfall and climate, there will be variation in the natural vegetation. So what is the meaning of natural region? Natural region meaning is that when many parts of the world have similar kind of climatic condition and similar kind of natural vegetation. So the regions which have similar kind of climatic condition, similar kind of natural vegetation are known as natural regions. So in this chapter we will going to discuss about two such natural regions which is found in the tropical and subtropical region. One is, we will discuss about the life and people, natural vegetation, wildlife of the Amazon basin. And the second one, we will discuss about the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. So Amazon basin is in the tropical region and Ganga Brahmaputra basin is in the subtropical region. So this tropical region, actually you know about the tropical region. It is in both the tropics, in the northern hemisphere and in the southern hemisphere. Between from the equator up to 30 degree is the tropics, and in the southern hemisphere and the northern hemisphere. So we will now discuss about the Amazon basin. You have heard this name Amazon in the previous chapter of natural vegetation, where we have talked about the rainforest. Okay, so I have told you that about the Amazon rainforest. So Amazon is a river. Amazon is a river in that area, which and its basin is actually the basin is, as I have told you, is the region which is fed by the river. In the area where the river flows is its basin. The area which is covered by the river is its basin. So the river Amazon is flowing through many countries and that is its basin. Okay, so we will discuss about in this tropical and subtropical region. So the tropical and subtropical regions of the world is extending from equator to 30 degree north and 30 degrees south. The Tropic of Cancer demarcates tropical regions in the northern hemisphere. So in the northern hemisphere we have Tropic of Cancer, in the southern hemisphere we have Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, so the second largest river in the world is the Amazon after Nile. Nile is the first longest river and the Amazon is the second longest river, but it is the largest river when it comes to the terms of volume. So the Amazon is the largest river in terms of volume. Okay, Amazon basin is covering an area of 7 million square kilometer. Okay, and Amazon rainforest or the selvas. Amazon rainforests are also known as selvas. You know that. So the selvas cover about 5.5 million square kilometer. So mostly the Amazon basin is mostly covered by rainforest. River Amazon, now we will tell you about the origin of the Amazon river, from where the Amazon river is coming from. So the Amazon river originates in the Peruvian Andes mountain. Andes mountain is a name of a mountain which is originating from the Peru region. And it is flowing eastward to the Atlantic Ocean. The place where a river flows into another body of water is called river's mouth. Okay, Now the river Amazon becomes very big because it is joined by 1000 tributaries, small rivers. It is joined in this main river and it increases the volume of its water. So it flows through many countries and like Brazil, Colombia, Peru, Venezuela, Ecuador, Bolivia, etc. And most of the rainforest is lying in the Brazil. Okay, so the most of the rainforest is in the Brazil, the country of Brazil. So now we will talk about the climate of this place. As I have explained in the earlier chapter that in Amazon basin, mostly it is near the equator and it is receiving the most, this part is receiving the most of the heat from the sun. So this region is very, very hot throughout the year and the climate is very high temperature and there is little difference between day and night temperature. Like the day is warm and day is hot as well as the nights are hot, and there is a little difference between winters and the summers also. So there is nothing like summer or winter season. So, and the rainfall due to the heat of the sun, evaporation rate is very high, and for this reason the almost every day there is conventional rainfall, and this rainfall is very heavy because almost every day they are getting rain, and the heavy rainfall is around 200 centimeter, and it is well distributed throughout the year. Throughout the year, well distributed means throughout the year they are getting the rainfall. Okay, and for this reason, this hot and wet situation, the climate becomes very, very sticky and tiring. So this is about the climate. Now the natural vegetation, you have already know that in this region rainforests are found, which is among all different species of plants are found here. I will tell you something about that around 1 square kilometer area of the Amazon rainforest contain about 75,000 types of trees and 150 species of other plants. So you can imagine that how rich and how thick these rainforests are, and they have different kinds of hardwood trees and medicinal plants are found here, and the trees are so thick they form a canopy where the sunlight cannot reaches near the to the interior parts of the forest. Okay, and the creepers, climbers hang from the trees, and the lianes, a special type of creeper which is hanging from the trees, are found in this, and the floor of the forest are very sticky and swampy. Okay, and so that's why there is no undergrowth. Some trees which are able to grow in the shade of the tree are there, like epiphytes, bromeliads and other parasitic plants grow here. So we have already discussed about the natural vegetation in the rainforest. So I think this place is very rich in the natural vegetation. Now what about the wildlife? Wildlife, this is just as it is rich in the natural vegetation, so it is also rich in wildlife, because this place is very biodiverse. That means there is a diversity of plants and animals in this forest. This forest enables many species of plants to live here, like mammals, birds, amphibians, reptiles, fishes, etc., and different kind of insects are found here. I will read out some of the name, like anaconda, the biggest snake, and the deadly piranha fish, and there are other kind of animal, like different variety of birds are found here, and different variety of monkeys are found here, which live on the branches of the tree. And other than these, alligators, crocodiles, anaconda, they are also found here. So now we will talk about the people of the Amazon forest. So in this thick forest, how the people live and what do they do for their occupation, we will discuss about this. So as you can see that the forests are very thick and the climate is also very difficult. So this region is not favorable for human inhabitation. Favorable means it is not actually very much favored by human. The many people don't like to live here because all through the year there is rainfall, and all through the year you have a sticky weather. So it's a very unfavorable type of climate. So the population is not very dense here. So in this situation, what the people of here people do, we will discuss that. In this dense forest, some primitive tribes of people live here. Primitive people means the people who are living in particular place for many years or thousands of years. They are the primitive people. And the primitive people, as you all know, earlier the people, what do? They do hunting, fishing and gathering. So they also do, the primitive people who are living in the dense forest are doing the hunting the animals, fishing because fishes are available here, and they are collecting different fruits, nuts and other things in the forest. So they hunt small animals with poisonous arrows, and the weather is very sticky and hot. That's why they don't wear much clothes, and they put a little cloth near their vest only because the climate is very hot. So in the areas where the forest is less dense, some kind of crops are grown like tapiocas, maniocs, cassava, yams by the women folk. As the men go to hunting and fishing, the women grow some kind of plants like maniocs, cassava, yams or sweet potatoes or banana in the forest clearings. Forest clearings mean where the forest is clear for farming. These underground roots, stems, fruit, fish, turtle, eggs, flesh of small animals and even ant eggs form their diet. They eat this kind of food. Roots of the different plants, stems, fruits, fish, turtle eggs, flesh of small animals and even ant eggs they eat. And here a different kind of farming is being done, which is known as shifting cultivation. What do they do for this shifting cultivation? This is a place with dense forest. So what do? They clear forest by slashing it or cutting it. Then they when they cut the forest, they burn it. The cut down trees are now burned, and they get a clear land. So there they start farming. So they keep farming for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and when they see that the nutrition of the farm is getting lower, they stop farming over there. They abandon that land and they clear another land by slashing and burning, and they grow crops over there. So they have shifted from one farm to another. So they are doing, in the second farm they are doing growing crops for some time. In the meanwhile, in the first farm where they have left the farm because they have lost the nutrients, now they again regain the nutrients. In this way they do farming. This is known as slash and burn cultivation or shifting cultivation. Okay, so this type of agriculture is a name in Amazon basin is called LADA, L-A-D-A, LADA. And now what kind of houses are built here? The houses are basically built of the natural ingredients which is found over there, leaves or bed of wood, and in some places where the people lead a more settled life, they build long huts of wood and straw. They build a long hut of wood and straw, and which is known as maloko, and it is a large apartment, and it has a slanting roof, and it is built on raised stilts. Raised stilts is a raised platform. Understood? Raised platform it is built because it's a region of heavy rainfall, and the river and there is a danger of insects and reptiles, so they build their houses on the raised platforms which are called stilts, and it protects them from the different dangerous poisonous animals and insects or small reptiles which are poisonous and from waterlogging also. Many families stay together in the same house. Now we will talk about the deforestation in the Amazon basin. What are the reasons for the deforestation in the Amazon basin? More and more land are being cleared for plantation of coffee and cocoa. So earlier, this was first reason. For the plantation, the forests are being cut down. Secondly, earlier there was no way to reach Amazon basin other than the Amazon river. But now a road has been built up in 1970, that is Trans-Amazon Highway. For this reason, the prized hardwood were cut down. Thirdly, there are plantation like rubber and cinchona where for this reason also the forests were cut down. And towns and cities have now started to develop, and the people have started to work in industries. Mining of minerals. Here some minerals like bauxite and gold are found. So to mine these, they have to cut down the forest. And one more reason, natural reason, is forest fires. Forest fires are the fires which are actually natural things which happen in the very hot season. So what are the after effects of this rapid deforestation? Rapid deforestation leads to many things, like first of all, many native people are actually become homeless because of the forest deforestation, and many species of plants and animals also get disturbed, and some of the animals get endangered, and some of the animals and plants become extinct also. And then people are forced to go to some other places where they cannot find proper jobs, and soil erosion, flooding, these are the consequences of the deforestation. So to sum up all, what do we find out? That we should take care of the forest of any part of the world. Forests are very important for our ecosystem, for our weather, climate, everything. So most probably all the governments of the world basically have abandoned, prohibited hunting or cutting down the trees without permission. So we should plant more trees and just protect it, and do not just protect it from unnecessary cutting down. Or so we can see that in this we have learnt about the Amazon basin, and in the next video, our next topic is life in the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. You will get it in the part 2. So read this chapter properly, and if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the class.